you're in a unique spot here because you look at the seed times and you're at the top of the list. And that doesn't happen a lot for Americans in major marathons. You already have the American record. So what is your goal? Do you want to put this American record into the 218s? Do you want to just make sure you secure the win? What is going to be a successful race for you in Berlin?
Well, I think when I go to the starting line of any race, my goal is to win. So I'd really like to win this, and winning a world marathon major would be incredible. So I'm going to go in and, fight tooth and nail to try to take home a victory. But then also, like, I think I'm capable of running faster than I did in Houston. Houston was pretty cold. It was like 30 degrees and 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. So not ideal racing conditions. So I'm hoping, especially with all the fitness that I've built up and maybe on a little bit better weather day, I'm hoping I can run a lot faster than I did in January.
Kira, how early did you foresee yourself looking towards Berlin as one of your marquee races for 2022? Was this in the plan back in the fall of 2021? Like, why Berlin, and when did you decide to put it on your schedule?
Yeah, it didn't come, I think, until this summer. Um, but I think after having, we kind of alternate on like marathon strength training and then speed training. And being that I had a really solid speed training this spring and into summer, like I've really lowered my 10Ks and I got a lot faster. I felt like just overall that I feel like that plays into a really fast marathon. So I really wanted to find a course that could help support that and I could really let it rip and see what I can do. So I think it kind of played off of just a really, fast spring. Um, and yeah, so then we decided, it was kind of between, I guess, Chicago, London, and Berlin all have really fast courses. And, um, Berlin, I did that before in 2019, and typically the weather is pretty mild and, so a little bit more predictable. So that's why we went for Berlin.
Is there like a different mentality going into this race? You've had a lot of like big goals that you've had. Obviously, the biggest goal that you've had lately was trying to break an American record. What's your mindset like going into this one? Is it different because we're marking it as another American record attempt, but really it's just a PB attempt? What is it
Hmm.
like, kind of mentally? Do you feel like there's pressure? Do you feel like there's a lot of stakes in play? Like, how are you kind of approaching it from a mental side?
Yeah, that's a great question. And I think I've worked really hard this year on like just my mentality. I felt like I went into Houston being the strongest physically, but also the strongest mentally. And I get that question a lot. Like, oh, do you feel a lot of pressure now that you're American record holder? No, I don't feel any pressure. I don't think anyone's really counting on me for anything. I know I'm capable of a lot more and I want to prove that. Yeah, but I don't know, I don't really feel the pressure, which maybe is my superhero power. I really don't think anyone thought I was going to make it this far. And so I feel like no one probably thinks I can go even further than I have. So I'm just going to keep it rolling and let it rip. And yeah, it definitely, I feel like really intense about wanting to PB in Berlin, but it's a different kind of level than setting an American record. I feel like almost a little more chill about it. Like I know I can run faster and I'm going to prove it, but I don't. It holds a different weight, I think, than trying to break that record for the first time. So I feel a little bit more relaxed about it, and typically when I'm feeling a little more laid back and relaxed, performances do better. So that's a good thing.